been made aware that the jury has indicated they have reached a verdict. I understand this is an emotional case. If anyone feels that they may have an emotional response to the jury's verdict that is in any way disruptive, I'll ask you to take a moment of reflection and remove yourself from the courtroom prior to any verdict being published. Defense, is there anything we need to talk about before returning the jury?
No, sir, we're ready for the verdicts.
Thank you. Let's return the jury, please.
All rise to the jury.
You may be seated. Thank you. Does the defense recognize the presence of the jury?
Yes, Judge.
Does the state?
Yes, Judge.
Members of the jury, the court has been made aware that the jury has reached a verdict. Madam Foreperson, has the jury reached a unanimous verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you'll please give those forms of verdict to the court deputy. The defendant will please rise. Madam Clerk, if you would please publish the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the 9th Judicial Circuit in and for Osceola County, Florida, case number 2020 CF 149, State of Florida versus Anthony John Todt. Verdict as to count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. Verdict as to count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. Verdict as to count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. Verdict as to count 4. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. Verdict as to count 5. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of cruelty to animals. So say we all, dated at Kissimmee, Osceola, Florida, Osceola County, Florida, on the 14th of April, 2020.
You may be seated. Does either side wish for the jury to be polled?
Yes, Your Honor.
Madam Clerk, if you would please poll the jury by juror number.
Juror number 78, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 75, are these your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 74, are these your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 73, are these your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 71, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 66, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 53, are these your verdicts? Juror number 42, are these your verdicts?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 29, are these your verdicts? Juror number 8, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 5, are these your verdicts?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 4, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
The jury is unanimous.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your time and consideration in this case. I also wish to advise you of the special privileges that are enjoyed by all jurors. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon you, a jury, for consideration of difficult cases. For hundreds of years, we have recognized that a juror's deliberations, their discussions, and their thoughts and votes should remain their private affair for as long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you the unique privilege not to speak about your jury's work. Although at this point you are discharged with our thanks for your 6 days of jury service and are at liberty to speak with anyone you choose about your deliberations. You are also at liberty to refuse to discuss your deliberations with anyone you choose. A request to discuss your verdict or your deliberations may come from those who are curious, from the media, from elsewhere. It is entirely up to you whether you decide to preserve your right to privacy as a juror. I have an acknowledgement form that the deputies will hand out that will acknowledge your 6 days of jury service. It includes a business card if you are curious as to any additional court hearings as a result of the verdict. You may contact my judicial assistant and she will apprise you of any continuing hearings. If you will delay for just a moment in the jury deliberation room, I'd like to return these verification forms with my thanks. So I know you're eager to get home, but if you'll please delay for about 3 minutes, I'll be back there to deliver these to you. Thank you.
All rise for the jury, please.
Parties may be seated. Mr. Todt, a jury has unanimously determined, after being selected from our community with your participation, that you are guilty of murdering your wife, Megan Todt, of murdering your daughter, Zoe Todt, murdering your son, Alexander Todt, of murdering your son, Tyler Todt, and murdering the family dog. State, you anticipate a sentencing hearing wherein the family will be allowed to give a statement.
Your Honor, I know that Ms. Cotto is here from Connecticut and she knows she's heard by the court.
Are there any additional family members that wish to give a statement? All right, thank you. Defense, is Mr. Todt entitled to a pre-sentence investigation?
He would be, Judge, but given the circumstances and the only punishments allowed by these verdicts, we think that that's not necessary.
Thank you. Court is going to take a 10-minute recess to allow the parties to prepare any statements prior to sentencing. Sentencing will commence in approximately 10 minutes.
May I ask, Judge, do you require the presence of Mr. Todt?